Hello everyone, and thanks very much for joining me. I'm Dean the Vaping Biker, and it's vlog time, so we get to do a little bit of random nattering as per usual. I haven't got a huge amount of new stuff in, however I have got my vlog notes, and I'm going to give you a little rundown on what we're going to be talking about today before we get in there. Let's set some expectations, shall we? Oh yes, splendid. So we're going to have a little look at what's been happening, what's been going on with me over the last week. We're going to have a little look back at the videos that I published this week, just to kind of let you know my thoughts on those. I'm going to give you some updates on a couple of products that I've had for a little while, and also let you know kind of the stuff that I've been vaping on and how that's working out for us. We're going to be looking at what's new in, and like I say, there's not a whole hell of a lot, but there is a couple of pieces just to show you. And then after that, we're going to be looking at a couple of things that are coming in that I've bought. And then we're gonna, I'm kind of stealing an idea from Mr. Green. Shh, don't tell him. But no, yesterday I was doing a Facebook Live thing, and for some reason I showed someone asked me if I liked mechs, I think, and so I showed a mech that I hadn't used for ages, and so I got all excited about it, and I've been using it non-stop ever since. So I just want to show you a little bit about that, because it's something I did review a couple of years ago, and it's still absolutely awesome. So then, let's have a crack on. I'm really going to try hard to not have my ums and ers and all that sort of stuff, but for some reason they're so ingrained in my face that trying to get away from them is a nightmare. Now I can cut them out, obviously, but it's going to mean jump cut after jump cut after jump cut, which if you've been watching for a while, you'll know that I try my very best not to do jump cuts unless I really have to. So yeah, it's just a kind of a regular conversation that way, and that's what I hope to keep with. So I do apologise for the ums and ers and all that sort of stuff. It's I guess it's just a tired thing. It's just a tired thing, and the brain doesn't work as quickly as it should do, because I'm old and fucked with proper dad hair. Alan, I'm sorry about the hair. I know, still not had a chance to go out and get it cut yet. Anyway, let's have a little look at what's been happening, shall we? I managed to get 2 videos out yesterday, which I was very pleased about, and the reason for that, or what helped with that, actually, hold you on a second, let me put my phone on silent. You know that's going to be going off any second, just to really wind me up. And okay, so yeah, one of the things that I've done that makes things a lot easier, I told you in the last vlog that I've got a new computer, which is very good, and I use Final Cut Pro as a piece of editing software, which I bought a few months ago now, and it really is fantastic. But I've now bought an extra add-on for that as well, which is a compressor, which means that I can compress things in program, and it helps my editing and then rendering and production and getting all of that out to you nice and quickly. So for that, hopefully, that's going to really help with the whole speed thing. So, I mean, yesterday I managed to get 2 videos out, which I was super chuffed about. So we'll get a lot more of that action going on. And hopefully it's just going to mean that I can get way more content out to you guys without me having to sit here by myself talking to a camera and sitting in the office picking my nose for 8 or 9 or 10 or 11 hours of a day, depending on what I decide to do when it comes to editing. Because I'd really like to go back to doing some of the kind of the fun intros and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully if I get a little bit more time, I can do that sort of stuff as well. But yeah, the idea being, if we can clear off the review queue, we can also make sure that we can have time to do all of the extra videos that I want to do, that I've talked about many times before, and that comes with things like coiling, new beginner videos, the awareness videos for video singular for the AS that I suffer with. Oh, and lots of people asked about what's up with my hand in recent videos, and that's just, it's all part of the wonder of ankylosing spondylitis and fibromyalgia. The chronic level that I'm at now is fun times, but I'm not going to bore you by going into all of that. I will talk about it in a dedicated video at some point in time. Now then, yeah, so the compressor, brilliant, really happy with that. That's made my life easier. I was also on Fresh 03's show again on Saturday, 6 PM UK time. No idea what time it is over in America. I think it's the morning sometime. But go and check out Fresh 03's channel. It was a hoot. We made another couple of juices, and yeah, just had a lovely time with the gang on that one. So yeah, really enjoyed that one. So if you are into mixing, always worth going and checking out Fresh 03. Great guy, nice and relaxed, and his channel's really good as well. So yeah, go and check that out. Oh, and he's on e-liquid recipes. I put my first two recipes on ELR, e-liquid recipes, last weekend, I think. Which is, yeah, I would strongly suggest if you do try them, then don't have super high expectations, to be fair. But I'm on there as vaping space biker, so vaping biker, and so you can probably find those. I think I've got one on Saturday that I threw together called Smor4, SMOR4. The number 4, and the previous one was something I did called Summer Mallow, which does need a little bit more lemon than I put in the recipe, but that was what I put in on that one. So hopefully I'm going to start getting a few more mixes up there, and who knows, at one point in time there may even be one that's worth vaping. But there you go, that's what I've been up to. Now then, the videos over the last week. So we did the Doge tank, which was an interesting one. I wasn't super impressed by it. The rebuildable side of things was definitely, in fact, wait why haven't we had a vape yet? And relax. Right, back into it. So the Doge tank. So yeah, the rebuildable base I think definitely makes it worthwhile. However, for me, the drip tip was pointless and annoying and daft. But it wasn't the sort of tank that I was so excited about I had to go out and get a custom one made. So yeah, that was my general opinion on that one. It was kind of split, I think, in the comments, and like I said in the video, that Mr. Todd has reviewed it. He likes his, and so by all means go and check him out. And as I always say, it's super important to check out more than one reviewer if there's a certain product that you have in mind, because people have different opinions and might point out different aspects of a tank or an RDA or a mod or something like that. So always definitely go and check out other reviews, although clearly mine are right. Then we did the E-Leaf Pico Dual, and yeah, I've still got that here. I haven't boxed that one up yet. That is, I still maintain that it's a mod that kind of it does what it says on the tin. It does pretty much what you'd expect it to, but yeah, it's just it's not something that really kind of, once again, strikes any chords for me personally. So yeah, that one's not going to be in my keep list. That'll be going in a charity raffle at some point, I imagine. Now then, after that came the Asmodus Minikin Kodama, and so this bad boy is contributed to an even more painful wrist. Ew. Who knew that polishing your wood can give you a sore wrist? Hey, what? But yeah, but this, I still love it. This is definitely a mod that I'm holding on to, and will be using for a long time to come. I will also be going better on there with how I showed you how to sort of polish it up a little bit. I'll be going a lot harder on it to get just a crazy shine when I'm a little bit more capable of doing so. So yeah, but that seems to have gone down really well. I was surprised because as things stand currently, there's more views on the Kodama Minikin V2 than there is on the Pico, and I thought that because of the obvious price difference that the Pico would go a lot crazier. So it was kind of an interesting experiment for me yesterday to put a cheap mod next to an expensive mod and have them both go out on the same day, because you guys surprised me. You really did. And there's only a few people that complained about the price of the Minikin as well. As we know, you know, it's going to be one of those things where if that's your bag, if that's the sort of thing that does it for you, it's actually reasonably priced. But if it's something that you would normally go out and spend 50 quid on a mod, then of course you're not going to suddenly go, oh, I think I'm going to go and spend 350 on something. So, you know, I think it's gone down pretty well, which I was quite surprised about, to be honest with you. I was expecting quite a lot of people just go, oh, oh no, it's too fucking expensive. But that didn't happen. So there you go. Anyway, exciting times. There's not many. I should have looked at some comments just to see what was going on. I do know that one gentleman asked me not to swear in my videos, and that's probably not going to happen, I'm afraid. Just like I try not to do the jump cuts to stop the ers and ums and just general fuck ups that I make. At the same time, I just want to sort of be real with you guys. So you get me. You get me. You get me, in as much as this is who I am on and off camera, and that I'm not going to moderate my language or what I say or how I say it or how I feel or what my thoughts are on things just because I don't want anyone to be slightly offended, because you know that's not me. And then if you did see me in an event, you'd be really pissed off that I started being all sweary when I wasn't in front of a camera. And at the same time, let's remember that what we're doing, this is kind of grown up stuff. It's vaping. It's growing up, isn't it? So you know, it is what it is. So yeah, I'm not changing, but yeah, I don't say the see you next Tuesday word a great deal, which is good. So there we have it. That's what's been going on over the last week. I'm going to try not to be super long on this video. Now then, what else have we got? Updates. Now, somebody did send me a message and asked about the Block 22, which is the cracking little mod from Boya, and it is just crazy light. It's a great little mod. However, I do have just one issue with it, which has stopped me reviewing it, and that's because it needs to be updated with a Windows machine, and my netbook has crapped out, so I haven't been able to update the software on this mod. So yeah, because I'm running a Mac, and no, before anyone says it, I'm not running Parallels, I'm not running, I'm not kind of splitting my drive or doing any of that kind of stuff, just so I can update 3 different boards. So yeah, when I can get around to an update on that one, I will update it. In the meantime, just be aware that this is the lightest mod I've ever felt in my life. In fact, I can probably tell you what it's made of because I have completely forgotten. But I know that I did ask them about it a little while ago. So let me just see if I can find that message. Typing with a brace on your hand is really bloody odd, by the way. Right then, so the Block 22 casing is actually polymer resin polycarbonate, polymer resin polycarbonate. Same like used in the Glock firearm. Strong enough to withhold high temperature, conditioned with good airflow, and the PCB, that's temperature cut off when it's 90 degrees Celsius. We can say it's safe to be used if, yeah. There we go. So it's plastic that's used on a gun, but it is super light, and it's actually really nice. Super clicky button like that. You can see that it looks kind of really stealthy and funky as well. But no, I really would like to review this, but I do need to update it before I can do so. So I haven't forgotten about it. It's just one of those ones I haven't been able to get around to doing. Now then, what else have we got? Oh, I'm pressing the wrong buttons here. Technology, so hard. Let's have a little look here. Where's my How's Your Father? Here it is. Whoop, what was that? That was... Walking stick just touched me on the leg and scared a little bit away. Didn't really have the way out, but you know. Right then, what else has been going on? The drone. A lot of people have been asking about the drone. I still think it's absolutely awesome. It's weighty, it's chunky, it's a solid mod. It's a DNA board in there, so that's it's going to work. It's going to work brilliantly. I love the way it's going. A lot of people mentioned that, I think it was Mike Vapes that had one and had the squonk tube that was a bit too long, so he had to take it apart and cut it and put it back together again. I've had no problems with this whatsoever. It squonks like a good one, and yeah, it's been working like a trooper. The only issue that I would have with this, and the only thing I would like to say, is exactly the same as I said on the last vlog, in as much as I would like to have the leather door back, because this super smooth kind of texture on it just feels a bit wanky when you've got juice on your hands, or kind of if you get sweaty hands or whatever else. It's just really smooth. Other than that, I think it's an absolute cracker. I'm really, really enjoying it. So thanks again to Evolution Vaping for sending that one on. Now then, we're at 15 minutes on the camera. Let me turn it off and then I can turn it back on again. Oh, hold you on a minute. And we're back. Oh. Right then, good. Now, what else is going on? What else have we got to update you on? The G-Box S100 from Geek Vape. We're still ploughing on with this bad boy. I still think it has a little bit of a delay on firing, especially for the first time you fire it, which sucks. I think it is, I don't know, and I'm pleased that I've got another week or so before I have to worry about reviewing this, because I still don't know if it's putting out exactly what it's saying it's putting out, because at the minute it does feel a little bit weaker. So I've got to put way more coil builds in here to find out how it responds to them. And I also do comparisons and stuff when I'm testing them out. So I will be comparing the sort of the firing speed and what have you, and the power that it fires at, in as much as how it feels with this, as well as a DNA board. So yeah, I will be doing those together. But, I mean, other than that, it does seem to be performing. Let's take this up to... it goes up in 0.5 increments. So I can't do my 66.6 or 77.7. I know Nick hates 0.1 increments, but it just... So now I've kind of got to do... I'm just like at 70, so I'm kind of more or less a 60, 70. I'm all right, 55.5. And still rocking the Supra from Advocain on top of there. I think it's still a little cracker of a squonking RDA. Really, really enjoying that. And I like the fact that it's all black. It looks a little bit sexy on there. Now then, what else have we got? The Medusa. The Medusa I've got on top of the Kodama Minikin. And yeah, I mean, I've put a few coils in this now, and it is working all right. I mean, I've got a Gary Dibley drip tip on the top here, rather than having just the Ultim bit in the top case there. And yeah, I mean, it's... my mind is not made up. My mind is not made up. I did have a little bit of an issue with it, kind of having issues with wicking, and a lot of that will come from the fact that if you do take the top cap off to refill it, then it generally disturbs the crap out of your wicks. And if you put your wicks a lot smaller so it doesn't disturb them, then it can be a little bit, if you put it down on its side, it could leak a little bit more. But I am going to be playing with it a little bit more. The flavour on it is pretty reasonable. I've got one air hole each side open at the moment. Flavour is pretty reasonable, and once you get the wicking right, it's not bad at all. So yeah, I mean, is the flavour just amazing? No, I don't think it's amazing, but I think it's reasonable, if that makes sense. So there is more to be done with that one, without a doubt. So that's the general updates of stuff. I don't think I've got any more updates to tell you for the moment. But yeah, all those reviews will be coming out, but there is more time going with them. Now then, new in, not many new in products. Let me just have a little sip of squash first. Right, new in products, not many to come in fact only 2. And one of them is vaping, and the other one is vaping-ish. So the first one is a pre-production model of something that I've been told I am allowed to show you, which is very, very cool. This little puppy here is the Coral from LostVape. And look at that little chappy. Now, what we've got in here is actually an 18500 battery in the bottom of that, which is unusual. I haven't seen an 18500 for quite some time. But it's got a DNA 60 board in there, and it's a sturdy little bastard. It is a sturdy little sod. But I mean, you can see that the height of the Hurricane V2 is pretty much the same height as the mod itself. So it's another one of these dinky little mods. Nice and clicky button. I imagine that's an actuator that goes directly onto the board. I like the idea that the screen is on the side there. I'm unsure about kind of this. Doesn't this look like, rather than just the happy smiley DNA face, doesn't this look like the DNA guy has got a sort of a big old tash going on? Huh? It's got like a Ming tash happening. But yeah, I quite like the look of it. I think it's quite funky, and I do like the weight of it. So yeah, I've been getting on with this one. Not bad at all. Cheeky 33.3 watts going through the Hurricane V2 there. I am having a lung hit on it rather than the mouth to lung in. And yeah, I mean, it's a 0.7 coil on there as well. Who says you need low builds and mega wattage just to get a bit of cloud action? Hey, hey, hey. So yeah, that's going well. So thank you very much to Vape Geek in the UK for sending that one on for me to have a play with. Just in case you're unaware, if you're on the Isle of Wight, I believe Vape Geek have now got a shop over there. So I wouldn't imagine the Isle of Wight is overrun by shops. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah, if you do need stuff, go and see the guys at Vape Geek because they're a cracking little company. So there we go. Yeah, so there's going to be much more playing around with that one. Obviously, the review will be on the production model when I get sent that one. But I just wanted to show it to you, really, because I think it's quite cute and quite sweet. But like I say, it's very, very chunky. What else have we got now? This I thought was very, very cool. A nice chap called Steve, I think it's Steve, yes, Steve, said, I've got a present for you and I'd like to send it across to you. And it turns out that we had some friends in common on Facebook with bike people, and so yeah, go on in, crack on. And this is Steve from a company called Heart Leathercraft. Now what I'll do is I will leave a link down below. I'll leave a link down below to everything we talk about today, but I'll leave a link down below to his Facebook page because he makes some amazing handmade leather stuff, and it's all sorts, from bags and wallets and stuff to motorbike gear, tool rolls, all that sort of good stuff. And he made me this, look. This says, have it large, have it large. And what it is, I mean, it's a super thick sort of carrying thingy, but inside there, he's got 3 unicorn bottles. How cool is that? I think that's really, really sweet. And as this leather gets worn in and stuff, it's going to get nice and soft. It's a really good quality leather, and it smells that proper leather. If you ride bikes and you like that, well, I suppose you don't have to ride bikes, but if you like that fresh leather smell, I think this is a cracker. So this is great for putting in the sort of your pockets of your bags and all that sort of stuff, rather than having your unicorn bottles just messing around fucking about in there. You can just about squeeze in a 30mm, but I think these ones are 15mm Chubby Gorillas, I think, or very close to a Chubby Gorilla. But yeah, they fit in there brilliant. It's like a cigar pouch, isn't it? So I'm very, very happy with that. Thank you very much from Steve, and that's his logo that is kind of embossed in there as well, which I think is very, very cool, and it's on the back there as well. So yeah, I think this is very cool, and I think this is going to be, it's either going to have unicorn bottles in it, or it's going to have just other stuff that fits in there for various vape shows and all that sort of stuff. I think I'm probably going to carry that with me a lot. But like I say, go and check out his Facebook page, because I think he does some fucking lovely work. So that's got, and he does a lot of commissions and all that sort of gear as well. So thank you very much, Steve. I do appreciate it, and I think it looks awesome, and it will get very, very well used. Now then, what are we doing time-wise? 8 minutes going on here. Lovely old job. We're banging through this today, are we? Oh, what? Now then, we've got coming in. We've got a few bits and bobs coming in. One of the things, or drip tips by big.co.uk, drip tips by big.co.uk. I've got a bit of a sale on at the moment of the normal tips that he's produced, not the custom stuff, but the normal ones. So I bought 3. I bought 2 for me and 1 for the good lady wife. So hopefully they'll be turning up tomorrow, and there may be a little something else in there as well, apparently. So I'm very excited by that. But no, I did buy 3 of them in the sale. I'll put the links down below as well. So if you're in the UK and are also looking for some drip tips, you can always have a check out of those bad boys. We've also, hopefully, fingers crossed, for the next vlog, I may have a very, very cool mech, which I'm very much looking forward to. I'm not going to be able to tell you anything about it yet because I don't want to kind of spoil things. If it does, you know, I've been told that it's coming out to me, but until these things turn up, then I'm always a little bit, oh, is it going to arrive or not? Hopefully it'll arrive before the next vlog on next Monday, and if it does, I can't wait to show you. It's very, very exciting. On top of that, I bought myself an Apocalypse RDA because the world has been going crazy on the Apocalypse for RDA. However, I did buy it second hand, and I bought it off a nice chap, Andy, I think his name is, off of Planet of the Vapes, the forum over here in the UK. And yeah, so I've bought that, and hopefully that also might coincide with the mech that's coming out. So I'll have the Apocalypse tomorrow, so I can have a little play with that. I'm probably not going to review it because it's been out for quite some time and everyone and their uncle has reviewed it by now. But yeah, I just wanted it because I was nosy. So there we go. So that's happening. Now then, 10 minutes going on there. Do I stop it or not? Fuck it, we've got 5. Yeah, I'm going to stop the camera and restart because I'm going to forget otherwise and it'll all go horribly, horribly wrong. Okay, let's do that. And we're on again. Da-da. Okay, so now we're going back in time. Is there, can I put a little bit of a Huey Lewis thing going in there? I don't know. I might put a little bit of going back in time. Back in time. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, what we've got here is a mech that I reviewed back in on the 4th of October 2015, and there was a company that I think makes absolutely sterling mechs. Great, especially if you are looking for something that is not, you know, you're not going hard cloud chasing, you're not going super low builds and all that sort of stuff, but you want something classy and nice. And that was a company called Bay City Vapor, and I've not seen anything new from them for a fair while, but just checking out on their website now, they do have the Assassin, which is kind of like a starter little mech, but they also have the Brass Surf Rider, which I reviewed around about the same time as this one, and Nami stainless steel hybrid mod, which does look very cool, and the XX1X, which is a lovely, lovely copper mod. I still have my Surf Rider, and I use and I've still got a 26650 Chubby from there, and well, yeah, I think I've pretty much still got everything that I've had from BCV over the time, and great company to speak to, super helpful. But one of the cool things that I got from them back in the day was a stacked 26650 mod. Another thing about this is I was watching something a little while ago, and some guy reckoned that kind of like last year he brought 26650 stacked mods out, and that's just not the case. So yeah, I mean, I brought this out again for the Facebook Live thing that I did yesterday, and I've got to say I absolutely love it. And that is this big bad boy here. Look at the size of that. But that is a beast, is it not? That is a copper 26650 stacked mod, and it has the patinaing done here is all done by Corrosive Creations in the UK, and you can't probably see it very well under camera, but there's the BCV logo in the middle, and along the outside of that logo it does say Vaping or Biker at the bottom there in my little font, and it's a beast. I've got the big Buddha 22mm, the V2 Buddha V2 going on the top here, which has just sat on top of this mod for fucking ages, and I forgot how awesome this is as well. It's just a fantastic, absolutely fantastic RDA to stick on large oversized mods. Now then, the coils that I've got in here, you're probably not going to see overly well, but these are from Mortal Coil over in Australia. Series frame staples. They've got 2 30 gauge, 2 by 30 gauge N80, 4 by 0.3 Canthal. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on here. Anyway, it came out to around about 0.4. Now then, let me get some juice going on here. Oh, I'm using this one from Coil Vape still. That's going down nicely. I think I mentioned in the last vlog that I thought this was a 120. It's actually a 200ml, so I couldn't have got that any more wrong. One of the things, by the way, if you do use the Chubby Gorilla bottles, Mr. Green pointed it out on his... I can't remember if it was his Tuesday or Thursday vlog, but the bro, oh god, I've gone brain dead. Anyway, the Tuesday one or the vlog on the Thursday. But if you have one of the bigger Chubby Gorilla bottles, they can be an absolute sod to press down and undo, but if you do give them a nice firm squeeze, you can generally undo them much easier. So thank you very much for that, Nick. I believe he got that information from the Chubby Gorilla people, and I think that's absolutely superb. Anyway, let's have a little bit of this one in this big bad boy, shall we? Let's have a crack. Oh, the bun on this is so soft. Oh, clowns! Would you look at that? That is just a beast of a setup. So yeah, if you see any of these stacked 26650s on going secondhand or anything like that, I think they're fucking just an animal of a thing. And with this BCV, I even polished it up for you guys. Look, with this BCV button on here, it's a magnet button, and it's really soft, really soft. It's brilliant. It really is. Just so cloudy. So yeah, that big bunch of awesomeness I thought I'd show you guys again, because if you haven't been on the channel for that considerable amount of time, I just wanted to show it to you because you may have missed it, and it's an animal. It's just a beast. So yeah, really happy about that one. But also, like I say, if you like these big oversized RDAs, go and check out the Big Buddha, because I mean, you've got air for days. Look at that. I've got it about halfway open, and it's just airy AF. It really is. So yeah, that has just been an absolute beast. So thank you very much. Going back after that one, the next point I just wanted to ask you guys, I wanted to throw something out to you. I really enjoy doing the Facebook Live things that I do over on my Facebook page. The links are down below, so go and check that out. If you've not kind of joined up on it, or you don't join up, you just like it. If you're not on that one, go and move over to there, because I do a few bits and bobs on that Facebook page that I don't do elsewhere. But let me know if you kind of watch more live events on Facebook or Instagram. I've not done an Instagram live thing yet, and I think I might do. I might give it a little crack just to answer a few questions from you guys, kind of real time, and kind of, you know, have that bit of a chat thing going on. I don't really want to do any live streams on my channel as yet on YouTube, just because you get this lot. You get this, and you get the reviews and everything else. But if you do use Instagram, then go and check out. Once again, the link for that is down below as well. So go and check that out. But I do try and do lots and lots of very nice pictures. I do try. But go and check it out, and let me know if you're kind of down for the Instagram or the Facebook Live kind of broadcast, because I like kind of getting involved with you guys. I like getting questions from you, and I like answering them. But if you're putting questions in the comments of videos, I don't always get to respond to them, or I'll see them and forget to put them in my vlog notes or whatever else. So let's try and do that. Let's try and get a little bit of a community going from a live point of view, and I might do it, say, I don't know, once a month or something like that, and just see how we crack on with that one. But no, I'd really be interested to hear your thoughts on that one. And finally, I don't think we've got that. That's the end of my notes. And I know without fail that I have forgotten things. I absolutely have, because I thought about something and I thought I'll put it on my notes, and I thought, no, I'll remember that, and I've totally forgotten it. Came out of the jungle carrying a dwarf. Very drunk. Not though, no. But no, I don't think there's anything else I can really tell you people. just having a little look around the room. Juice that I've been using recently, I've said earlier on, this one is a great custard. I've been hammering through that like a good one. Ooh, what I've been using in my mouth to lung stuff, because coming up in this week is going to be my mouth to lung week. Now what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try, and this is the kiss of death. Whenever I say it on camera, it always goes wrong. But I'm going to try and get my DigiFlavor Siren review out tomorrow. That's going to give you just a review of this tank. I know it's been out for quite some time now, but I'm going to give you a review on that one. I'm then going to do the review on the K-Fun V5. And then after that, I will be doing the review on the Hurricane. Now I'm going to try Hurricane V2. Now, just to let you know, if you're interested, before I do them, the DigiFlavor Siren came from the Nobaconists. The K-Fun is something that I bought secondhand, and the Hurricane, it came from Zap e-cigs in the UK as well. So if you are interested in going out and buying one, those are the places that I've been buying them. I believe those have both got stocks for the Siren and for the Hurricane V2. So if you're interested, crack on. Now then, I am going to be doing an individual review for each one, hopefully one a day, as I say, and then at the end of all of that, I'm going to do another very short video just to round up and say why I like what I like and how I think they compare amongst each other, in as much as the Siren, I think, is under 30 quid. I can't remember how much I paid for it now, but I think it's under 30 quid. And on the far extreme of that, the Hurricane V2 is 175. The K-Fun is kind of pretty much in the middle there-ish at around about the 100 quid mark. So I wanted to have these three very, very different tanks that can be used primarily for mouth to lung, or very, very restricted lung, to let you guys know if I think it's worth spending that extra money. So that's happening this week. Now, as well as that, if everything goes according to plan, like that's going to happen, but if it does, I will also get the review out for the Nautilus 2 with the Zelos mod in there at the same time. So hopefully I'll be able to get all of those out this week so we can really hit that mouth to lung stuff. So if you're not a mouth to lung vapor, I do hope you continue to stay with me through that time, and hopefully it might be able to shed a little bit of light on whether you can use these sort of things if you're not necessarily just mouth to lung, but say you're going out, you're normally a sort of a cloudy kind of person, but you want something for your daily work life, or you're just going out on the Raz one night and you want to take something with you and you're not sure what kind of thing you can get a decent vape from that's not going to be a big cloud blowing monster. So I will hopefully address a bunch of that. So like I say, hopefully I don't lose a bunch of you cloudies during the next week, but no, I mean, that's something, it's different. It's a learning experience for all of us, really, because I'm not a massive mouth to lung vapor. What I would like you to do, and here's number 2 that I'd like you to get involved with, if you are a mouth to lung vapor, in the comments, pop down your favourite single coil build, because whilst I've put a bunch of builds in all 3 of these tanks now, and I know the sort of thing that I like, I am super interested to hear what you like building. And if the kind of the majority of people say, oh well, in the K-Fun 5 what I do is I put a XYZ coil in there, then I'll make sure that I've included that in my testing, and I include that in all the other ones as well. So yeah, if you have experience with these tanks, let me know your favourite builds in them, and if there is an overwhelming response, then it's something that I can then include in the review as well. But yeah, it's just trying to get you guys involved a little bit more, you know. Now then, I think that really is it. Yes it is. Yes. Right then, I am going to sit down and edit all this big bad boy. I'm going to carry on vaping my face off this big bastard at the same time. And yeah, if there's anything else that you want to know, as always, put the comments in the questions. Put the comments in the no. Put the questions in the comments down below, and I will do my level best to answer them. I don't always, but it's one of those things. And that really is it, I think. Right, you guys can go off and have a fantastic Monday evening, and thank you very much for watching. Please, please, please hit like and subscribe if you're not subscribed. I imagine if you're watching this, you're probably subscribed, but hit that like button if you don't mind. Which side is it on? Is it on this side or this side? I can't remember. Get that like button in. It's always nice to get that, and it always helps me as well. So thank you very much if you do that already. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. I've been Dean the Vaping Biker. This has been just a whole mess of stuff, and I may have gone a little bit quick. I can't really remember what's happened. It's just flashed by. But I will see you very, very shortly. I'll see you tomorrow, in fact, for the DigiFlavor Siren review. And in the meantime, have it very, very large. Oh, yes.